Happy New Year, everybody! If you're hoping that this is a better year than the one we just got out of, I'm very sorry for kicking it off with Showdown number 13. If you run into bad luck, that sucks. I figured I'd make this face-off about cartoon episodes revolving around bad luck, in hopes that balances the universe out and we can get good luck. And who in the animation industry is unluckier than Joe Murray? I am going to heck. Welcome to the Showdown! In one corner, there's Fortune Cookie from Rocko's Modern Life, about Filbert running into a string of bad luck after getting a careless fortune cookie, and in the other, there's Bad Luck Be a Camper Tonight from Camp Lazlo, about Lazlo trading his good luck for Samson's bad luck for a bit. Both shows were made by Joe Murray and worked on by roughly the same crew, but are separated drastically by their time periods, networks, and tone. Rocko's praised for its wacky chaos, but sometimes gets under fire for its adult tone, while Lazlo is considerably breezier, but criticized for being overly childish. You may be happy to know that those weaknesses don't particularly affect these episodes. Fortune Cookie aired in 1995 at the height of Rocko's Modern Life's popularity and quality of output, and it's a fine display of the show's strengths. It opens with a view into Fiki, where a guy's typing out kind messages to put in the company's fortune cookies. On a whim, he then types this one out for kicks.
Bad luck and extreme misfortune will infest your pathetic soul for all eternity.
Later, we see a TV presenter come to Filbert's trailer to announce that he's their lucky contestant, Mr. Lucky if you will, for the game show Megaspin. So far these two introductory scenes aren't very similar, but they intersect when Rocko, Heifer, and Filbert go out for Chinese food, and Phil gets the unfortunate fortune. Because as we all know, Chinese restaurants are a hotbed of bad luck in 90s comedy. He tries not to let it get to him, he's Mr. Lucky after all, but he's quickly haunted by a rogues gallery of bad luck charms, black cats, shattered mirrors, and the underneath of a ladder being the most blatant, but there's some less ubiquitous ones, like bringing his umbrella indoors and breaking a doorknob. I don't know who believes all of this causes bad luck, however. Different fears for different peers, I guess. But one interesting detour is when we cut to really big man trying to talk a pigeon out of doing something he'll regret.
Just calm down and think about what you're doing here.
Think about what? I'm a pigeon, for corn's sake. I got nothing else to live for.
The dialogue and body language may be ambiguous, but this pigeon isn't browning himself after all this. Anyway, Phil just comes around to make the place a disaster zone, and it kinda drags the episode down for me. It's really dark, and isn't adding anything to his social pariah status that this sequence didn't already. Going back to the Chinese restaurant and getting more fortune cookies doesn't work. I guess because Filbert's fate is set in stone, but it's a very funny coincidence that this guy just wrote dozens of these at once for the heck of it. But upon seeing the establishment's exit sign, Heifer gets an idea. Wait for it, he does get an idea. And decorates Filbert in good luck charms, rabbit's feet, four-leaf clovers, and upside-down horseshoes. Uh-oh. When he spins, the wheel falls off, breaks out of the studio, and destroys the entire planet, before getting back to O-Town and landing on Wynn. So there's a bittersweet ending here. He's gotten lucky again, at the cost of everyone else's luck. I guess that's how luck works, but Rocko's already a show heavy with failures and bittersweet endings, so I guess they just wanted this one to stick out more. And by gum, does it. While I'm not too chipper about the story's progression, namely Filbert's journey to get a new house that's more or less his old one, I'm amazed at how funny the episode is. The story itself may not have been the high priority, but all its scenes and elements are just hilarious. The fortune cookie itself is so damn cynical, and all the ways it parodies bad luck are just delightful. Filbert must have gone to that neighborhood where all the housewives own black cats just to get visitors paranoid. The whole thing with the pigeon on the statue was really dark and unnecessary, but otherwise I was very entertained. In this case, the excellent jokes and so-so story balance out to simply a good episode. So now let's put on our nipples of the future and fast forward 13 years to the tail end of Camp Lazlo. Specifically, Bad Luck Be a Camper Tonight. In their final year, they started getting very experimental with plotlines and relationships. I'll reveal what I think of that in my upcoming Camp Lazlo review, but in the case of this particular episode, I think it worked. It appears Lazlo's got good luck on his side, since it's a beautiful day to him, and only him. Then he goes to see Samson, aka the actual main character of the later seasons, while he's sick. Lazlo, kind soul that he is, offers to do Samson's errands for the day while he heals, but somehow this reverses their luck levels. Lazlo now has a lot of bad luck, and Samson has a lot of good luck.
I thought you were sick.
I was, but the confetti cured my paper allergy, and the volleyballs just stopped.
What you'll notice about Camp Lazlo right away is that the jokes aren't quite as surreal as in Rocko. These sorts of alien horse moments are unnatural.
Yes, the monkey broke our fall. Bit of luck, that.
Rather, they're more character-driven, which I think makes chemistries and storylines more believable. Lazlo's string of bad luck gradually affects his mood, going from happy to exhausted and cautious. Whereas Samson's not quite as timid as usual, more willing to spring into action and help others out with their soda crisis. Though he can sometimes make dumb decisions.
Oh, Samson! I have to scrub the latrines later, but if you give me your lunch, you can scrub it for me.
Ha! Yeah, right.
No, that's a real offer.
Deal!
Consider this foreshadowing, though mild. I do think Samson's the kind of character who'd reject an unhealthy meal for a clean latrine. Lazlo, tired of having Samson's bad luck, sees he's going to visit the Scoutmaster in the sky, which for most of the show seemed to be a religious reference, but now it turns out that they can go in an elevator in a tree and visit the scout camp in the sky. See what I mean? You wouldn't see this swerve in the first 4 seasons. We even get some insight from the big cheese bean for why the kid's luck is the way it is.
Every Bean Scout that's ever been born gets to determine their luck for life. But Samson was special.
You see, I don't need to watch Soul, I've got Camp Lazlo. In the spirit of fairness, the Scoutmaster offers Samson one more spin, and he actually hits a jackpot.
Double or nothing, double or nothing!
And the moral of the story is know when to fold. No, seriously, the luck angle of the story is kind of superfluous. It's luck, you can't do anything about it in real life. Camp Lazlo just gave you good advice for your next trip to Vegas. I know what I said about the comedy being less surreal, but this is definitely a weird story by Camp Lazlo standards, abstract even with the spiritual angle. Don't take this as me dissing the story, I like it overall, but we're far removed from the laid-back summer camp vibe that the show started out with. I laughed a lot here, if that's any consolation.
See? Look! I found a rabbit's foot!
That bit in the elevator where an alien spider monkey and guinea pig come in, smile and leave, that's still making me laugh. And when he does his first spin, Samson makes the smallest little face and it is just so funny. This may not be the funniest episode ever, but it's still very entertaining from beginning to end. However, which of these episodes would I say I liked more? Well, I gotta say, bad luck be a camper tonight. Look, Fortune Cookie has that classic eponymous fortune cookie, and some good satire of luck in modern culture, but is sometimes held back by the vices of Rocko's modern life. Bad Luck Be a Camper Tonight isn't totally reflective of Camp Lazlo and its intent as a show, but for a high-concept scenario in the final season, it doesn't do much harm compared to its brethren at least. I'll talk more Lazlo soon and why I think it's pretty underrated. Sorry Rocko, better luck next time. Goodbye for now.